What's going on, guys? Welcome to First Off the Line 2023 Panini 3-2 Baseball Trading Card Box. This is the Dutch auction. It's going to probably be a long one here. We're starting out at $500. Going down to $200. This is loaded. You're getting 5 cards per box. But there are some things that we have to talk about when it comes to this. 5 cards per pack or per box, same thing, right? 1 first off the line exclusive slab auto numbered to 6 or less. 1 first off the line exclusive slab mem card numbered to 6 or less. 1 first off the line exclusive red base parallel numbered to 6, and 1 first off the line exclusive red insert parallel numbered to 6, and 1 other base insert parallel per box on average. So a lot of low numbers stuff. However, if we read this right here, look for a variety of soon-to-be stars and former greats. We're not going to see any current players in Panini products moving forward unless something changes, it looks like. And that is because of they lost their license, their MLB PA Player Association license. So we're not going to see any current players. So is that a good thing or bad thing? I guess time will tell. Time will tell on that. It's going to be a little bit probably slower auction than the select auction that we had on Tuesday, which that's crazy that those sold out so high. And we're going down 24 levels. Let's see what this comes out to. We go 300. Let's see, calculate. And to find the level changes, you just go the starting price, subtract the bottom out price or floor price, which would be 300, and divide it by all the levels, which is 24. We got 2 hours, going down 5 minutes of levels, so we got 24. Looks like $12.50 a level we're going down. So not that big of a drop. But does it make sense? Does it make sense to buy these maybe at the bottom out price of 200? There's no checklist. $2.12.50. Okay, yeah, maybe pick some up when it gets close to that bottom out price. I would love to see the checklist. I was looking yesterday. I didn't see a checklist. Let's see if we got one today. Is there one on here? No checklist on here. And I don't think they have it on Cardboard Connection or. So we're at $487.50 for this first level drop. Let's see if they added it or not. I don't think they did. Yeah, nada. And the bottom out price is right around where the regular hobby boxes are selling for, so but I'd really like to see the checklist on how they divide that between prospects and the Hall of Famers, and see is it worth it or not. But for 200, how many autos are you getting? let's see here. One slabbed auto number /6. Slab mem card. Exclusive red base 6. Pulling up Cardboard Connection right now. And baseball Dutch auctions, they usually get to that bottom out price, so a little bit slower action, less people are interested, less people tuning in. Of course, usually, you know, the second hour people start tuning in. The first, you know, people always say, I'm sleeping, I'm going to take a nap. Down a little bit. All right, 198 on eBay. Each box contains 4 exclusive first off the line. Let's look. 5-card box. Yes, they're alright looking cards, but it's gonna be weird not having current players. But is that a good thing? With not having the actual logos, collecting prospects, minor leaguers, that's one issue. And now we don't have the current players. We really need to see a checklist to see if does this make sense or not. What prospects are in here? Legendary signatures. That's a cool looking card. Alright, so let's see what the difference is. You're getting one slab to auto. Well, the difference is you're getting a number /6 first off the line. One slab relic in the first off the line. That's going to be number /6 or less. And then you're getting that red base parallel number /6 and a red insert parallel number /6 or less. But no checklist. You got Griffey on there. I mean, if you're gonna be getting a legend, get Griffey. Get King Griffey Jr. All right, where are we at? $487.50. We're gonna be going down another $12.50 here. And then I was looking at some of the singles. Some of the singles do sell okay, but a lot of those were of rookies, of, you know, Ohtani. We're not going to see that. How big is this checklist? Let's see how big the checklist is of 22. Baseball. See what that checklist look like. See if we can kind of compare it. Maybe, maybe not. Right. At $1,000, some crazy amount. So true. Is it worth 200? That's a good question. I think if we were gonna buy, it has to be around that 200 mark, or it's either bottom out or a pass, in my opinion. And depending on what you are gonna do with it, are you ripping, are you flipping, breaking, or holding? You know, if you got people who are gonna buy into breaks and they're gonna love this, and they're not gonna care about the current players. So on the original checklist, he had 150. So Let's see, where are... So we had 50 rookies. They have prospects in here. It looks like these are old legends, legends and Hall of Famers. Then we start getting in 51 these. So private. So is this set gonna still be at 150? Is it gonna be at 100? And right now, what I'm looking at is last year's set, just kind of see how they broke it down. Which I'm thinking they probably did about 50, 50, 50, just by kind of glancing at it. I see a lot of Hall of Famers and legends in there. So do they ramp that up to keep the 150 base set, or 75 of the prospects, 75 of the legends, Hall of Famers, or do they just nix out the rookies and the current veterans and have it around like 100? That will be interesting to see. I think we really have to see that. Because like this rookie jersey auto set, this would not be in it. A lot of the players in here, the rookies got rookies in here. Let's see. Like no rookies in here, day one. So these are like prospects and rookies here. So combined would have something like this. Hall of Fame legendary would have this. Lone Star. Yeah, in my opinion, it's either going to be 200, and then it all depends on what you are doing with it. Are you ripping it? It'd be a fun rip for 200, but will it be worth it? We don't have a checklist. So we got some time. We got some time to that bottom out. And baseball usually does get to that bottom out price. But surprisingly, baseball stuff in the past has done pretty well with the low entry point. So even like the draft pick stuff like did really, really well. How much was the box? Like $100? Those are selling between like $150 and $200 all day when they release. So how does this impact that? Do we want current players? Do we not? I keep going back to that because that's what I'm kind of stuck on. We don't got a rookie chase. We got prospect chases, but no rookie chase. Going down $12.50 a level. 24 levels. If we hit the bottom out, it's going to be a 2-hour auction. I think it's going to be a little bit slower action than the last one, the Select NFL, which that's pretty normal. And I was surprised that that sold out so high. What did it sell out to? $8.91? Was it $8.91? We're at 475. 15 minutes in. Hopefully no one has bought yet. I don't think that they have. And let's see any other checklists. We looked at all these, right? But with with stuff like this here, when there's such a big change, not having the current players, this is where we need to see the checklist. Does it make sense? Are we going to have a bunch of big name Hall of Famers and prospects in there to chase? Or are they going to add filler retired players, Hall of Famers that, you know, the autos or cards don't do that well? That doesn't make sense. Does it, even at $200, does it make sense? It's just a tough thing. It's just another thing to add it on and not have the license to have the logos. Now you don't have the license for the current players. Okay. And Mookie Wilson, right. Man, that would be a box right there. I mean, they could put some, you know, start adding people. You're just like, what is this? Buy a few, yeah, for a fun rip, and you know, you're getting what, 4 cards numbered to 6 or less for $200. You might hit something. We look at, let's see. Yeah, the bottom out price is right where most pre-orders are at. So Panini knows that this will probably, like, they've been doing pretty well putting a lot of this stuff where they know that it's going to bottom out right at where pre-orders are at. Like they could have put this at $100, and I think it gets down to $100. right. Yeah, it's always like when you look at a card, it just looks off with no logos on it. You're like, and some of these cards, like the rated rookies, the optic, those cards would be so cool if they had logos on it. But it just really throws it off, and the price dictates that too, where it's, you know, people they're not paying premiums on that. I mean, if you can, you know, everyone's going with Topps and Bowman. I have bought some baseball products, some of the first off the line stuff, but I'm always hesitant. Like the draft pick stuff has done pretty well because it's a hard resell. You know, if you're looking for something, now you can get discounts on on these autos with no logos, but then if you're thinking about reselling it, you're going to be stuck with it. Like you're still going to have that issue. It will soon when Fanatics takes over, right? Fanatics is taking over everything. Just think how great where we can have Topps Chrome and Bowman football and basketball, and then you can see, are we gonna go with Prism? Are we gonna go with Topps Chrome? That will be fun if we can have both and we get to choose. Not having those top Chrome products is a bummer in football and basketball. Right, yeah. Blackbeard and I were talking about that they followed suit. Yeah, because they are. Let's check that out. Like something. Let's see here. We want football. Something doesn't make sense of why you know, you could pick up boxes for $500, and now let's see where they're at. I was showing these are all out of stock. $750. Are these guys all out of stock? Unless they pull it. I'm hoping prices go down in a week, but who knows? Who knows? This is something that we haven't seen. We've seen stuff go the other way lately. See, are these guys really out of stock, or did they just pull it? Because I'd be surprised people buying this at $750 when you could have got it at $550 all day. It's $6.99. It's had it for $550, right? Yeah, everywhere. $550, $500. Most of the big online retailers $550, $575, and you're gonna jump $200. I think there was there some talking between big retailers, big breakers? Let's buy this high. Let's raise the price. It's just tough, man. At $750 a box, around $500, it seems a little bit better. But at $750, you're looking at $8 with tax. Yeah, if you bought you know, $550 to $500, you were looking good. You're looking good. Like, I didn't think that that those were gonna sell out that high for first off the line. Like, I was a little surprised. Which is insane, right? Like, I like Select, but with the extra 100 cards, how can you go up in price when you add 100 cards to the set? And it's more expensive. It's something doesn't add up. But I guess we can pay with our wallets, and we get to decide, do we buy? It'll be interesting to see where Panini puts their price next week. Is everyone just putting their price up for the week leading up, and are they going to drop it? With it where it sold out at, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, dirty move for real, gang. Cannot pre-sell the Select for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, correct. Yeah, if they're at 7, I don't see Panini coming at 525. Maybe $50 lower, because that's kind of what they have been doing. But I just, yeah, hopefully this isn't something, a new trend we are gonna see. Because I was thinking in that like $5.50, $5.25 range that Panini would come out next week, and then we can kind of see, because with them lowering it, it's like some of this stuff, there's that gap in between where, like, Select's a good example because it sold out so high. Now, if the regular hobby boxes stay in that $5.50 range, then it's almost like, unless you have a buyer for those first off the line, it's such big of a gap, almost a double gap of where you're trying to sell it at. Now people got to choose between, do I want to pay double for a break for first off the line? Do I want to pay almost double for a box first off the line, or do I just go grab a regular hobby box for half the price, or buy 2 boxes? And that's where I think you need that grace period of a week or two where people can buy and sell, break the first off the line stuff to see the first look, and that should be like a big deal. Only a certain amount of people get the first off the line stuff, and then once a week or two goes by, then you release the regular stuff. Not where we're getting the first off the line product when people are, like it's on release day or the release week, and people are already breaking it early of hobby boxes. Then it kind of takes away from the first off the line stuff. But yeah, if they could do a 2-week, what happened here? 437 and 50 cents for 26 minutes in. First off the line, 2023 Panini 3-2 baseball trading card box. This has prospects and retired players / Hall of Famers in it. No current players are going to be in it. Nice, nice. And that's how it should be, is that we should get our first off the line products early, give us a week to do what we need to do with it, and then the week after its release, so people can see what it's all about. And then after the first off the line dries up, guess what? Boom, we have regular hobby boxes. We'll be going to that 30-minute mark. It's going to be a long one today. We're going to get to that bottom out price. Baseball usually does hit that bottom out price. I think I might be passing on this. I might buy a box or two just to open, but I feel if I did that, I'm gonna regret. It'd be probably a fun rip, but we don't know the checklist. Like, I wish we had the checklist so we could see what that checklist looks like. Give us some time to look over the product and see the pull rates. Yeah, first off, yeah. And then and then we're not battling between first off the line and regular hobby boxes, where the regular hobby boxes can undercut the first off the line stuff. And then for a week or two, if you're buying it or you want to buy into a break, you only have first off the line as an option. And then it's like, okay, there's only so much of it to go around, and then people will be buying the first off the line. Hopefully that dries up, and then boom, we go right into hobby boxes. But yeah, check it out. Get to see the first off the line stuff. Everyone's watching. And it would be good because it would hype up the regular hobby boxes. If you're hitting stuff in first off the line, people are going to want to jump in for the regular hobby boxes, and regular hobby boxes should be cheaper, so it's going to be a better price if you are buying into a break or buying a box. $4.25. We're at the 30-minute mark. See what else we got. These dropping this week. Anything exciting coming up? These are still on here. The NBA G League for $100. They never sold out. NFL Common Panini 1. Here we go. Here's some 2023 right here. Let's see what these look like. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. They dropped some of his autos yesterday. I wonder if those are still available. I doubt it. For reward points, yeah, it looks like they're not on here anymore. He got some Russell Wilson, CJ. And they weren't bad prices either. Yeah, those extra 100 cards. It's this 400 card set. Why do we need another 100 cards? How is that going to impact? How many of those cards are you going to be getting in those boxes? That is something to think about. That probably people are not. Probably a lot of people aren't even aware that they added another subset in the base set, and they're just going to be like, oh, probably people don't even know. We'll refresh this. What do we got? 2023. Let's see how much these are going for. We are back. We should be back up. $145 a box. I mean, not bad, but it's always tough with college uniforms. It'll be a fun rip. So we're at $425 for first off the line 3 and 2 baseball. Starting out at $500, going to $200. I've only watched some of it. I haven't seen a lot. Anything good? Right. Yeah. I was watching some of his breaks yesterday. And yeah, that's not good. Not getting parallels. Not at all. Yeah, just a lot of cards in those boxes, and I don't know. Like, I opened a lot of the Series 1. I don't know if I'll be opening Series 2. I did a bunch of breaks on those. A lot of cards. The price point's okay on those. I still think those boxes, like the hobby boxes, could be cheaper. Because around where are they? Around like 80 to like $100 for those. It looks like based on his math, that the hobby boxes are the best value compared to jumbos or even the retail. They switched it up. We're $4.12.50, but I'll probably grab a box since they're cheap. If you are just joining us, we got some baseball action today. It's not football. It's not going to be selling out high today. Good thing it's starting at only 500. Yeah, no preview, no checklist. And they should have it, right? If we go to, let's find Optic. Optic, or Donruss, excuse me. Let me find where's Donruss. Do we got Donruss in here? Where's Donruss Baseball? Did they remove it? Because they had... Where? Let's go to baseball. Let me see if they have it on. No. Oh wait, do they got it here? So here we go. They have it here, and as you see, these are, let's see, no checklist. But it is strange that they did not even just put these cards on here. And did they put this same thing? Look for a variety of soon-to-be stars and former greats across multiple autograph sets, including day one autographs and Hall of Fame signature swatches. So top 100 prospects. So I wonder if that's what it's going to be like. Find prime and legendary mem across 5 sets from numerous top 100 prospects and greats of all time. So I wonder if the base set is just 150 legends and 50 prospects. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they don't add just filler prospects and filler, you know, retired players just to get the checklist up. Donruss Baseball up. Let me pull that up. Read Donruss. Let's see what their checklists look like. But I'm hoping they just don't like add it. And there's no reason for them not to have a checklist up when we're buying first off lines, especially when when they don't got current players. So what, they got 290 cards, so that's a lot. So the prospects you got, what there? These just, oh, those are Diamond Kings, and then so you got a lot of repeat players. So I don't think that's going to be like that, but I mean that's a lot. It's a lot of cards for that set. Yeah, a lot of repeat. Will people want to buy this without the current players in it? And it's just a bummer because rated prospect, not rated rookie anymore. It's not rated rookie. Hopefully this is not the first off the line. But I wonder what Panini is thinking with all these changes. Do they care? Are they just trying to get every single penny that they can? They're just going to keep producing. Do they feel the pressure closing in on them? We're at $400 right now for these boxes. I mean, some people might like it. Take the current players out, and then some people might be like, man, I can't chase rookies. I can't chase my favorite players that are playing right now. You look at like the top players for autos, those chases are gone. Not everyone's a big fan of the Hall of Fame retired players in these sets. But there's some people that chase that. We're at $400. 42 minutes in. We got a ways. 18 minutes for this first hour to be done. Oh, does he? Okay. Which that's always fun to do. Look at your sealed wax. Rip one out of 5. Okay. Always fun to rip a little bit, maybe sell a little bit, maybe hold on to something a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. make a little money, get a free roll on a box, keep some. But on these, is it going to be tough to do that? Because, you know, you usually hold in boxes because of the rookies, right? But they do have prospects in there, so if one of the prospects, you know, blows up, you know, people may pay a premium for this, but, you know, we're usually like, okay, this player's going to be awesome, so I want to hold on to this. I don't think they have any other first off the line up yet, so I wonder if we see. I have to see what's coming out. We go. Let's see. Discounted that. Let's see what. These are all old. Oh, that's awesome. Drunk ripping can be scary. I mean, if you hit something good, or you can open a lot of product that you didn't want to open it. I guess it all depends on what you hit. That would be fun, 50, 60 hobby boxes. It's yeah. When you got stuff and you're like, man, should I open this? Should I not open it? This should have a first off the line here. Panini 1 NFL trading card box. Let's see what else we got. Should be first off the line for this. National Treasures. Nice looking card. Is Brock Purdy going to be playing? It's going to be Trey Lance. Or neither of them going to play. And that's all we got still. In case, this should probably be a first off the line. Jalen Hurts. You get one encased auto, one additional auto, 2 mem cards, and 1 base parallel on average. Or Sam Darnold, right? Is he gonna sneak in? I know some buddies that are eyeing his stuff because they're saying he's gonna be the guy. No, you know, I don't think a lot of people are talking about him. Everyone thinks it's either gonna be Lance or Purdy, but he might just backdoor him and all of a sudden he's starting, right? We got 22, 23. Yeah, a lot of people think that Sam Darnold is he gonna be the guy? That's a cool card. There you go. But whoever steps in that offense should do okay. Got a lot of weapons. Have to see how that division. Seattle's looking good. Yeah. Yeah, in the NFL it's a little different. And man, it's just crazy that he got put out. We got what, Prism Baseball. Let's see what Prism Baseball says. Does it say the same thing? I mean, they have so many weapons. They got running backs. So there's no reason for him to be, you know, it's tough in the NFL. Is baseball? It doesn't say. Let's see what these guys show. It looks like prospect. Yep. Wait. That's a rookie. Yeah, these looks like all prospects except that one. Alright, where we at? Where are we at? WWE Revolution. Should be a cheap rip, right? Did I? There we go. Let's find this again. So we get 5 cards per pack, 8 packs per box, 8 parallels, 4 inserts, 4 base legends, tag teams, factions per box. So you're not getting a guaranteed auto in these, right? No. Kaboom's that. Yeah, this would be nice to hit one of these. How much are these going to be going for? I like wrestling. Like, I don't really follow the new stuff, but the old school stuff, I can watch and listen to guys all day long about the behind the scenes. Let's see, about $100 for these. Well, they got the Kaboom, so I mean, this is gonna be. Let's see, is that gonna be a case hit? How many cases can you get in here? Let's see, limit to 5 boxes per transaction. Be curious of what a case is to go Kaboom hunting on these. About 100. This is the case right here. 8 box case. Is it a guaranteed Kaboom in each case? Would that be worth going Kaboom hunting? I want to see the checklist. Is there a checklist? I didn't see one. No checklist yet. Going Kaboom hunting for $1,000. That might not be bad, depending on what the checklist is. Can you get your money back on that? We're at $375 for first off the line. 8 minutes left. Yeah, with the Kabooms, definitely make it. Or if it's just 1 per 16. Yeah, once we see that checklist, then it might be kind of fun to open up a case, depending on, and it's at a good price point too. That's not going to kill you. That could you get your money back and maybe hit a big Kaboom by opening a case. Let's see, it's just the same pictures, but that makes it really interesting with these Kabooms. Kabooms they're so cool. Last time I checked, we were at 2199, so we're almost to 2200. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We go live for all the first off the line Dutch auctions, online exclusives, Panini packs, any like white sparkles, and now Topps is doing Dutch auctions. No matter if it's like a box like this, we go live. We know this is going to hit probably the bottom out price, but we will be here all 2 hours, and it's cool. Love talking shop with everyone. But like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not yet. It'd be cool to see 2,200. Let's see here. Go. And then we'll be on our way to grinding it out. 2,300, 2,400, all the way up to 3,000, 4,000. And these Dutch auctions, there is value in them. You can make money. They are fun. Like Select was fun. All right, we're at 2201. We're getting there. Awesome. Thank you for the support. We're just gonna keep grinding. Now it's to 2,300. We're gonna go to 2,300 now. Now we're gonna go down another $12.50. Like, we really could drop this at $25. Cut it in half. Does it need to be 2 hours long? Some of these auctions do not need to be this long. But that's super cool. Super cool. We are moving on up. But yeah, those kabooms look good. It'll be interesting to see. Man, because if those did come in every 8 boxes, that would be great. But does it? Does it not? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But that's a nice chase. That's a nice chase. Everyone's gonna be wanting to chase those. There's 2 inner cases of 8 boxes. Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Is it just one per case, or is it per each inner case? It's criminal, right? Yeah, I agree. We should, especially with them not having current players. We should really be able to see, do we want to buy or not? Does it make sense to buy? Who has autos? Who doesn't have autos? How many cards are in the base set? Did they fill a bunch of like filler veteran Hall of Fame players in there? And you know, Panini does have, it's not like they don't have it when we're going to get these boxes. They've got better on getting on time, releasing products, not delaying as much. Good point, right? With Bryce and Stroud, yeah. How does that all play out? so yeah. Are we gonna see those autos? Are we not? And those sold super high. Now, if we saw the checklist and we're like, okay, those guys don't have autos in that set, or moving forward, how much does that impact the prices, impact us buying? Because we want the new players, we want their autos, and we should, like, buying blind is. And sometimes when we don't see checklists, I know if I don't see a checklist, sometimes I might say, well, I'm not gonna buy high. Maybe I'm passing. Does it even make sense? If I saw a checklist, I could, okay, this makes sense, there's value here, this is where I want to buy. Or I say, nope, they don't got these players in it, they don't got these autos, he only has one auto, he only has a base card. And I think now, moving forward, the last couple years, like, didn't matter if it was retail, hobby, you could pretty much buy anything, and then it was worth you could flip it. And, you know, for a while, you 5x, 10x, didn't matter what you were selling it for, people were buying, right? And now you gotta be more selective. There's so much more retail just sitting out there that no one wants. They're putting on discount. They're selling it. And it's the same thing with hobby boxes. We gotta see what you can get in them, who's in the sets, and does it make sense at the price they're offering it at. Yeah, right. It's like selling. Yeah, someone like 1,400. I think I saw a sell for 1,350. Yeah, like I've. It almost seems like on on the select Dutch auction, like some people came together maybe and said, hey, we're gonna buy it here. Just well, the prices, the regular hobby boxes raised up to what, $750 from $500, $550. Hopefully those go down. We'll have to see in this next week where Panini, but with it selling out as high as it did, I don't think Panini's going to be at 520 or 5. Are they going to be at 6, or are they going to be up at at that 700 mark with prices at 750? But yeah, it was kind of surprising. Now there was saying that there's no football product out there, so breakers need it, so they want to buy it a little bit higher. I mean, did that really impact the Dutch auction that much, where it's going to raise prices up $200 for boxes when they were selling as low as $500 in pre-order? Right, yeah, it doesn't take much for either the big online retailers or the big breakers, because they can buy it. One, they can either hold it and they're okay with it, or they put it at a price and that's the price you have to pay. And then on top of it, it raises the other stuff that's selling high, and then everyone raises it up to 750. And someone was saying that some people couldn't sell select pre-ordered. Some dealers couldn't. Last year, where we were buying boxes. As the Prism sold out at $14.75. I can't remember what a Select sold out at, but and then on the secondary market, what those boxes were going for $2,200, $2,400 for Prism all day. You were selling those. That's insane. That's insane to see a box. I just didn't think that it was gonna sell out that high. It was going down. It was going down, what, $58.33. So every 2 level is $100. So I mean that does add up quick. But at $891, that's you're looking at almost $1,000 box right there. We're at $337.50. I think this is probably going to hit the floor. Even at the floor, it's we don't know a checklist. There's no current players in it. I mean, that could be a good thing if they load it up with prospects. You are getting some good stuff in here. 5 cards per box. 1 first off line exclusive slab auto numbered to 6. First off the line exclusive slab mem card numbered to 6. 1 first off the line exclusive red base parallel numbered to 6. 1 first off the line exclusive red insert parallel number to 6. So you are getting some low numbered stuff, but what is this going to be worth on the secondary market? Is there going to be a resale? No checklist. Right. Yeah, no checklist. So it's a little bit of a gamble. At 200, I'm on the fence right now. And if I'm buying, I probably buy it just to maybe open a box or two. I'm always scared, like on the resale of this stuff. Looking at last year's, I was just looking, but some of the big seller stuff was from, eBay or from current players and rookies. So we go 20, 3 and 2. So pull this up right here. Like this is numbered to 12 right here. It's just crazy. $85 for that. Well, let's go to some sold stuff. Here's a Julio Rodriguez patch numbered to 6, $300. Here we go. Sold. Let's go highest stuff first. All right, so we would be. I mean, Babe Ruth could be in this set. He should be in this set. So, but 1 out of 3, only 2,500 for that. Here's an Ohtani to number, but he won't be in the set. That's 1,100. There's a Bobby Witt Jr. Platinum Blue quad patch, less than 1,000. 850. Ohtani stuff's selling. I wonder what this O'Neal, but that would have been considered a rookie. We got here Aaron Judd. He won't be in the set. Adley Rutschman won't be in the set. The Jordan Lawler, he should be in the set. So I guess it'll all just depend. It's crazy. Like this is a 2 out of 3 only sold for $562. Wander Franco. So it should be like Jackson Holiday. Yeah. We're looking at. I did pull up Donruss just to see their checklist to kind of. I don't think it's going to be as big as a checklist, but I would think that we probably see the same players of the retired or Hall of Fame players. And here are the prospects right here. And so it does have a lot of good names in here. You got Tamar Johnson, Henry Davis, Elijah Green, Cam Collier, Lawler, Walker, Jacob Berry. All these names are pretty good. Ellie should be in there, even though that he did get called up. Jones, Mead, Mayer, So this is what we would be looking at, probably like these 50 stars. Do they add more? Is it just going to be a 100 checklist of retired and Hall of Famers like this right here? And then the prospects, it'll be probably pretty similar to this. I mean, for $200, it's a little bit of a gamble. Hard pass. Hard pass. At $200, you can buy what? You can buy 4 of these for the one price of select first off the line. Yeah, I think at 200 you are gambling a little bit, but depending on what you are doing with these, are you ripping, flipping, breaking, or holding? Those could all have different price points. This should get to the bottom out price, so I think all of us are going to be at that bottom out price, maybe 212 if you know, but if I'm buying, I'm at 200. If I am going to buy or not. I don't think I'm going to go crazy on these. Let's see how many you can buy. You can buy 10 boxes, which is a case right here. It's just really tough when they don't have a checklist. Who's going to be considered a prospect? It does say 100 prospects here, so does that mean we're going to have 100 prospects in the base set as well? And then do they bump up the retired players to at 100? Last year we had 150 cards in the set. It was kind of like 50, 50, 50. It looked like for the 2022. Yeah, get those guaranteed 6 or less. It does make it a little intriguing. That's one thing I do like about first off the line baseball products is they usually are pretty loaded with first off the line exclusive slab auto numbered to 6 or less, first off the line exclusive slab mem card numbered to 6 or less, first off the line exclusive red base parallel numbered to 6, first off the line red insert numbered to 6. You know, for $200, grab a box, maybe 2. Or you can pass. Or you can pass on them. It'll be a fun. Maybe you hit something super big. It may be. We are about 45 minutes away from the bottom out price of 200. They got it priced pretty close to where pre-orders are at. Pre-orders are at like 200 to 190. You might be able to find a little bit cheaper. Right, and with not knowing who's in the set, who we can chase, there's no rookies to chase. We'd be chasing prospects. It's definitely tough. Stuff like this, they really need to put the checklist out so we can see who's in it, and then we can kind of value it. What does it make sense? Does it not make sense? So Panini, if you're watching, we need checklists. We need checklists for these first off the lines to know where we should buy at, rather than gamble and just say we're gonna buy. You hit a PC. Okay, cool. Who's your PCs, your players? Yeah, it looks like you are guaranteed 1 auto. Could that slab mem card be autoed? I think maybe. But yeah, it looks like you're getting at least 1 auto in here. And if we look at compared to what the regular Let me just pull up. Yeah, not having a checklist. And they really should have that bottom out floor price lower than where pre-order is at, not right at where like the 200 is where most of these boxes are selling for. You can have it at 150 or 100, and then there should just be no bottom out price, and then we get to decide, or someone can come in and buy them all. So in the regular hobby box, you get one slabbed relic, 3 base or 3 inserts, and here you're getting those guaranteed first off the line. Could that mem card relic be an autograph? I think that it definitely could. So you might get 2 autos, but it's not guaranteed. But getting 1, 2, 3, 4 cards numbered to 6 or less. I mean, can you make your money back? Can you make your $200 back? I think there's a good possibility that you can. Now you got to decide on what to do. Ozzy Wander, Trout, and Ohtani. Okay, cool. And of course, we're probably not going to see Wander, Trout, or Ohtani in there. And that's a bummer, right? Because if you looked at all the sales, Ohtani was the card that was selling the most. All the autos. Everyone wants. We look here. All the top. That's Babe Ruth. Ohtani. We got a Witt. Who is this here? It's Ohtani, O'Neal, Ohtani, Judd, the Rushman. I think there's a Wander Franco. It's just crazy. 2 out of 3, and it only sold for $562. I mean, this is Topps or Bowman. How much is that card going for? It's going for a lot more than $562. And it's let's check this card out. See how nice it looks. Yeah, it's crazy. It only sold for $500. 2 out of 3. That's insane. You would think that if you hit that, you're like, oh my God, this has to be worth money. All right, where are we at? We are going to be going down another level change. Make sure you're logged in. You got your credit card saved. Credit cards that have money on it, of course. If you are going for these, we still got some time. We got 41 minutes until we have to open up our checkbooks or credit cards. You can buy 10 boxes per transaction, which is a case. I mean, it's not that. I mean, a bottom out price. You're looking at what, $2,000 plus some tax. Could you make your money back? We're getting 4 cards numbered to 6 or less. All right, we are down to $300. I'm just gonna. I haven't checked for high volume yet. I doubt that we're gonna see it, but let me check to see if we're gonna get high volume or not. We go like this. Get it ready to rock and roll if you are buying. We still got time. I don't think we're gonna have an issue with like adding these to the cart. I have a feeling that these could get all the way down to that $200 mark, and after it does get down to that mark, there's a 5-minute grace period before they pull the product. So let me add this. Yep, no issue here. Oh wait, there's no way. Are you kidding me? I did get high volume right there. But I finally got right in. So, all right. So there's a couple different ways that you can go about this. You can add it to your cart and have it all ready to go and go through the cart. If you don't want to, worry about going through the buy now button with the high volume. It's always leading up. I always go through the buy now button just to see where we're at, just to see if anyone is buying or not. All right, so I got mine saved. And what you can do is change that quantity sign in the shopping cart, and that should change the price, because if you put it in a level up, it will show the price when it does change, but changing that should change it, and then you'll be ready to go. Always check to see the prices right that you want to buy at, because it doesn't always change, but if you do change the quantity, it does change it. So be logged in, have your credit cards. If you don't got credit cards saved yet, you can always buy an NFT. That's probably the best way, because they're not going to charge you shipping on that. Alright, so we are locked and loaded. We're $100 away from the bottom out price. I'll buy at 200 with no check. 200, right. Cool. I think a lot of us are probably going to try to grab a box or two and probably, just rip it open and, try to hit something big. Maybe buy a couple at 200, but on the fence, right. I've been, last night I was like 100% no on these, but after talking about it, I'm kind of talking, or we are talking ourselves into buying some. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. For $200, getting 4 cards numbered to 6 or less. They are prospects and Hall of Famers. Give me a King Griffey Jr. auto. That's what I want. That would be a good PC. I'll take a Griffey. I'll take a Ellie. To hold the line, that's right. Hold the line. We gotta hold the line. This one is a little bit easier, I think. I mean, Select NFL sold out. Like, I wasn't even thinking about it, but it's like on those bigger releases where everyone wants the product, that's where, sometimes like, man, I gotta buy, and you buy too high, and you're like, what just happened? Now, if you bought high on Select, you did great because it sold out. But sometimes when you buy high, and you're like, oh man, that's where, if you can, you buy more boxes as it keeps getting lower to lower your cost, if possible. All right, we're gonna get in the 200s. Let's see if we get high volume or not. It'll be interesting to see. Do we get it again? Is Panini just pushing a button to FOMO us into buying at 300? All right, we're gonna be in the twos. All right, looks like it's just spinning. Yeah, I'm getting in no high volume, which I think that's kind of expected. So we are 35 minutes away from the bottom out price. Surprisingly, this Dutch auction hasn't been as, slow waiting for it to get there. It's actually been kind of moving along. So sometimes these baseball Dutch auctions, man, they seem slow. But we've been talking about other stuff. Talking about other boxes, and I think it's good that we are kind of figuring out, should we buy this, should we not? I think we're all on point that it's going to be at 200 or pass. And so now it's just, do we buy or not at the 200? If we really wanted one, maybe get one at 212. I don't think it's going to sell out there. It could. So that's the great thing about these these Dutch auctions or with these price points that are low, the level changes aren't that big. So if you really wanted a box and you don't want to, you're like, man, it could sell out at 200. Next level up is only $12.50. If you're like, man, I really don't want this to sell out, I need to get a box, next level up is $225. So you're not killing yourself at some of these, like Select was $58. Some of the other ones are like $100, $120. Those magic Lord of the Ring boxes on the $1 million bounty, right? That would be awesome to hit. Like is it that their first one-on-one in those? I haven't bought any, but I do know some people who are into Magic, and I think what the single packs are going for, like around like 30 to 40, and the box, like the booster box, is going for what, like 290 to like 350, somewhere around there. But I haven't bought any yet. You know, if I run across them somewhere, maybe pick up one just to, I mean, it'd be gambling. I wouldn't know what I was looking for. But a few cases, a few boxes, okay. Right, just to chase the bounty, right? You know, grab a booster pack. I think they're on. Target has those for, I think, like $41.99, I believe. But you might be able to get those cheaper on eBay, I think. On eBay, we were just talking about this earlier. That if you shop around, I think you can get those cheaper than actually buying them from a retailer like Target. $287.50. We're in the 200s. We're getting to that last 30 minutes. We hit 2,200 subscribers. So I want to say thank you for the support. If you haven't yet, you like this kind of stuff, you like buying and selling boxes, you like these Dutch auctions, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you would like, you know, to get well, of course, hit that notification bell too. They always say that, right? But yeah, make sure that we go live for all of these, for Panini and Topps. Topps just did their first Dutch auction with the Bowman Sapphire. That got down, like, I thought it was going to sell out around like 500 to 450, but it got down to 375. I'm glad it got down to 375, but I expected it. Now it's just because people didn't know what Dutch auctions were, where they just like, I'm gonna protest this. We don't want that. A lot of people were not happy with Topps doing that, and I think people didn't realize that the number went from like 20,000 last year to 10,000 boxes, and that's why, you know, a lot of people are thinking they should have been $200, and why that bottom out price was at $350 instead of having it at like a $199 or a $150. First time serial number, I think. Man, I'm a millionaire. I might have to buy one. if I see it in store or something, I would. We're at 275. Let me see if we get any high volume or not. Don't FOMO. Hold the line. Oh, we're getting high volume. Don't, come on. Who's buying at 275? You gotta be crazy. Well, the good thing is, if it does sell out high, guess what? I save some money. I get to buy something next week. Okay, I'm finally getting in. Anyone else getting high volume? Or is people just checking right now? I finally got in. We're at 275. Yeah, if it gets down to 200, I'm gonna buy at least one box just to open. I think us talking has we have sold myself on buying one at 200. buy a box of this. Well, let's see. Optic blasters are how much? $30. So what? 6? You get what? 7? About the same price. Good question. What, we were talking about, what are they going to do? Were they just testing it out, Topps? I mean, we are going to see more of them, but how are they going to do that? Because you got the Montgomery Club, who have guaranteed some of the Sapphire products. So are they going to do Dutch auctions for those, or are those just going to go? Because like with the Sapphire Star Wars, it was super hard once it got to the public. I think those got ate up with bots, so it was like you had to I was fortunate enough to be a Montgomery Club member, so I was able to get buy my one max, but then it was like it was super hard to check out if you were going manual for those, and then they sold out super quick. So how are they going to do that on those big releases that are part of the Montgomery Club, or are they just testing it out, or is next year are they just going to get rid of the Montgomery Club altogether? But good question. Is it going to be like Topps Chrome? Is it? I mean, I personally like Dutch auctions. I like talking about. I find value in them. So that they did more of them, but I think they were kind of testing it out, seeing where. I wonder where they thought those boxes were going to sell out at for the Bowman Sapphire. Did they expect it to get that low? And since it looked like they doubled the price on those, I think people were like, man, that's way too expensive. But if you look at the stocks cut in half, I think last time I checked, they were selling for about 700. And then Topps UK is doing, with a lot of their releases, they're not doing Dutch auctions, they're doing raffles. So when they drop a product, you go in a queue, and then they raffle off, and then they will tell you if you. So do we see that? Are they trying different things out? Are we going to see that move to the US, or is that just a Topps UK thing? I would rather have a Dutch auction over a raffle, because then I can choose that I can buy higher and get a product rather than a raffle. You're still dealing with bots. You're still dealing with, people have thousands of accounts, hundreds of accounts in these raffles. It doesn't make, buying shoes any better. There's ways around it. There's bots. And the people who know how to do that, they're already doing it. So you're not combating much, except for the person that trying to get a box or getting a pair of shoes. It's the same thing. The people who were botting or getting the stuff, they're gonna level it up, and they're gonna find a way to do it. So raffles don't do much, except I think for the little guy, it prices them out, and they gotta buy on the secondary market. Oh, nice. Certified. I love it. I love it. I am a member. Well, for Dutch auctions, because I get to choose my price, and then if it doesn't get to my price, then that's fine. For queues, now if everything goes to queues, there's going to be ways to get around that. You can buy more accounts. There's bots. If you really want, like, because the people who win are the people who are doing this stuff, so it actually takes away, you know, even when like the Fanatics raffles, it's the same people that were botting and getting them all anyways that are getting them. Now it can be split up. At the same time, we don't know in raffles with the distribution of like Fanatics. It's the same thing with Monopoly. Like the Monopoly blasters on Panini. Some dealers were getting cases of that before it even went to the public. So it's like if they're gonna do a Dutch auction or if they're gonna drop something, we don't really know who's getting what. At least the Dutch auction, I have a chance that if I know it's going to sell out high, I can buy high rather than buying on the secondary market for probably even higher, because wherever it sells out at, it should, if it's a hot product, it's gonna sell. Look at Select. They sold that at $900, $891. They're selling for $1,300 to $1,400 right now. And then with queues or raffles, you just don't know. Is it really random? Is it not random? Is your account blackballed? I think it looks like it's trying to help out, but for the small guy will probably not win as much or won't be able to buy product compared to if it was a free-for-all or a Dutch auction. Yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, with any high demand product, how to do it. With the Dutch auctions, it comes to I'm buying where I think it's worth buying, and then everyone can do it. If you think this is going to sell out, at a certain price, and you really want the product, you can get it. Compared to like a lottery system, if you know what you're doing and you invest time and money, you can be up and running real quick with hundreds of accounts, thousands of accounts, and you're still getting all the product. Now you're just getting it for cheaper, and then you're paying double. Of course, you need to know how to do that, but it's the same thing in shoes. The same people are getting all the shoes. It's the same people, botting, and it hasn't stopped anything. It just has made it worse for the small time guy just trying to get a pair of shoes because he wants to wear them. Oh yeah, I love the early access of that model, and I got no especially. Like last year, I didn't mind paying the whatever it was, $500, $600 if I got early access and I could get. Oh, did it sell out? Oh no, at 262? No way. Ah man, that seems a little high, doesn't it? Hey, we saved some money. We saved some money this. I think that's a little high. A little high. I mean, if you did buy there, you're looking at what? You can probably sell these from the get-go, maybe $350. And as time goes on, but there's no checklist. We don't know. We got only prospects, Hall of Famers. 260 in my opinion is a little high. I mean, it's only 4 levels from the bottom out, right? Four or five. Did anyone buy in here? Man, 262 and 50 cents. Who was buying? Who is buying? Who is buying these? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I think even 212. It's just a tough with no current players and not knowing the we save money again. Did a real Dutch auction? Yeah, like there shouldn't be a floor price, and we should see. I think we should also see where the stock is. And another good point is that the big buyers, the big online retailers, the big breakers, they can price us out because they can buy and hold on to stuff. And then I don't think stuff gets pulled, but you know, if it gets to a certain price, you know, people can just like, I'm gonna buy it all. Now, I don't think everyone has to go through Dutch auctions where they could just say, make a phone call and say, hey, I want 20 cases, I want 50 cases at this price. When it gets to that price, I'm buying them all. And that's why I think sometimes where we see all of a sudden it just sells out at a price where you're like, that doesn't make sense. Why is it selling for that? Select it's crazy, but we got the one part where breakers need football product. They've been waiting on it. I know last month that the distributors raised football prices because everyone was waiting on Optic. So all of a sudden they raised prices because they had to, start breaking old product because there was no new releases coming out. That plays a big part because people want football. So I think there's a bunch, and of course, if you are a big breaker or a big online retailer, you're gonna, when you can buy talking 50, hundreds of cases, and you can just hold on to it and price it up high and just hold on. Like some of these places have warehouses of this stuff, every single year of just, they got everything. It's insane. But yeah, it's like, what is the right way? What can get more people into it? If you just go free for all and you have set price, people are gonna miss out. Dutch auctions, same thing. We can still be priced out. Queues, I think there's pros and cons to everything. I guess at the end of the day, it's with the Dutch auctions, at least I'm thinking that I have some control of where my money goes. We got nothing else on the agenda for next week for First Off the Line, so we'll have to see if we have anything coming up. They'll probably add something. I haven't looked at the card releases coming up to see what's coming up, but they usually will add them either today or tomorrow after the last Dutch auction. But it was actually, for a baseball Dutch auction, it actually moved a little bit quicker today. 262 and 50 cents. And that is for First Off the Line 2023 Panini 3 and 2 baseball trading card box. I think most of us saved some money today, and we gonna buy something else. We can go buy some Series 2 tops with no parallels in them. We can go buy some select First Off the Line for $1,600 on the secondary market if we want. We have some options out there. But I want to say thank you to everyone for talking shop. We'll do this next week if we got some Dutch auctions going on. Thank you for the support. We're over 2,200, which that's awesome. We're going to be at 2,300 in no time. Get to that 3,000, 4,000. We're just going to keep moving up, keep grinding away. These are fun. At the same time, we can make some money. There are value in these Dutch auctions. But I will talk to you guys later. And check out my links below. And you guys have a good one. We are Matrix Sports Cards.